studio at African Utility Week Empowered in Africa. Today I am speaking with Katherine Persson and we're going to be talking about the wind energy market. Welcome, Katherine.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Katherine, let's start off with the South African market in terms of how can other countries emulate what we have done, specifically around the REAP projects and the bid rounds?
Yeah. There's so many great things that can be taken from South Africa into the rest of Africa. And the things that I like the most about what's happened in South Africa is the way that the procurement process has been structured to provide additional benefits to communities and the economy. So I think that's important that we take the lessons learned from that, and that we also encourage other governments in Africa to design procurement programs so that they don't just deliver really economically aggressive wind energy projects, but that also they bring a suite of other benefits too.
Right. In terms of the REAP program, what do you think has been the most outstanding part of it?
I think overall, just the REAP program's ability to mobilize a whole new sector of the economy. The size of the wind energy market in South Africa is quite remarkable, given the short space of time that it's taken to be developed. And we're sitting on the edge of major growth in this industry and a really bright future. So if we can recover from some of the slowdown in our industry over recent years and really ramp up the speed, I see a very bright future for us all in the wind industry in South Africa.
Exactly, yes. So just building on to my first question that I'd asked you, in turn, how can South Africa then take into the African market? How can they expand?
It's a really great question, and it's something that's of real interest to me at the moment. The South African Wind Energy Association is building this into the conference program for this year, and it's a topic that we'd really like to explore with other African countries. Just the size of the opportunity is really quite remarkable. The World Bank predicts that over the next 20-year time horizon that there'll be 1 billion additional people added onto the electricity grids. So we sit in a situation where we've got massive growth in electrification, also big growths in population, and wind energy is one of the main drivers of getting new electricity onto the grid. So we have an amazing opportunity in South Africa to build and strengthen our manufacturing facilities so that they can be used to support wind energy industries elsewhere in the continent, but also just in terms of capacity building. Many people don't know that in South Africa we have the South African Renewable Energy Technology Training Centre, SARATEC, which is actually one of the leading training facilities in the world for wind turbine technicians. So we have an amazing opportunity to train people to work on African wind farm projects right here from Cape Town.
That is a fantastic opportunity. They're talking about the market. There's always that word that goes around, disruption. The market has been disrupted. What does that mean specifically for the wind energy market?
I believe that the wind energy market actually is the disruptor, not that we're going to be disrupted. We're sitting in a really interesting time where we're on the edge of a very significant economic shift. That wind energy is now one of the cheapest forms of new energy generation, but also the cost of building new energy is now almost cheaper than running existing coal plants. So the economic tide is turning in our favour, and we are the disruptors. So I think more than considering how we manage being disrupted, we need to consider how we have a role in being the disruptor in energy markets. And for me, I think there's an important piece of work to be done around engaging with all the stakeholders so that people are prepared and ready to take the most out of all the opportunities that wind energy presents.
That's a very important message. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now to our channel for more industry-related content.